Hello, hello everyone. Welcome. So let's get started. Review of last night's Dancing with the Stars episode. Voted off Lele. And as you may know, she was actually in the middle of the pack with the judges' marks, but for the second week in a row, someone was voted off who placed substantially higher in the eyes of the judges. So that just goes to show how important your votes are when you call in. Okay, so here are our placements. Number 1, Ariana. Number 2, Jason Mraz. Number 3, Sochi. Number 4, Allison Hannigan. Number 5, Charity Lawson. Number 6, Barry. And bringing up the rear, as always, Harry. Okay, so next point. Paula Abdul was the guest judge last night. And truth be told, she is the favorite guest judge I've seen on there. Although she's not an informed ballroom dancer, she absolutely has an eye for legitimate dance technique. And so all of her remarks were something similar to what a real ballroom dance judge would say when evaluating these couples dancing. So I loved her. I want more of Paula. Okay, next up, I'm going to review each number really quickly from worst to best. And in the end, I'm going to give you a couple tidbits that were not like real ballroom dance competition, just so you know what to expect when you go to a real comp or you're in a real comp. Okay, so worst, as usual, Harry. Bless his heart, he tries so hard, but he's hunched over. He cannot hear the music. He has no extension. Although he looks like a Greek statue, he does not appear to be like strong at all. It just kind of surprises me. So I can say his dancing alone this week was better than the dancing I've seen in previous weeks. He's still very weak when it comes to partner dancing. And unfortunately, last time I checked, ballroom dancing is partner dancing. So I can't imagine him lasting much longer. Okay, second to last place, Barry. He had the most danceable music of the night. I liked that I identified real quickstep figures in there. So bonus stars for Barry, or I should say for Peta, his partner, for choreographing that. They did stick in a load of jazz, which I found to be distracting and unnecessary. Solo dancing is also Barry's strength, but he's not as bad at partner dancing as Harry is. Okay, next up, third to last, yikes. Shock of the night. What happened to Charity? Oh my heavens, I've never seen her dance so bad. She is a very gifted girl, and she didn't have any leg extension. She looked off balance. She was very upright and stiff. As you know, when you're usually dancing, you do have a lot of lowering action. This increases your balance. So this is similar to why a soccer goalie does not stand dead straight. You know, they're actually hunched down. That gives them a lot of dexterity in their lower body coordination. So, Charity was all sorts of messed up tonight. And she is the only dancer that actually got significantly lower scores than she's previously ever had. Everyone else keeps growing each week. But you know what? This is indicative of real life competition. You are not evaluated on all of your prep going into the comp. You are singularly evaluated on how you perform that day. And we are not always on our A game. We are human beings. So my heart does go out to Charity. It was not a banner day for Charity. Okay. Next up, most improved of the series, both in terms of her placement and her marks from the judges, was Allison Hannigan. Although Allison is still not a talented dancer, truth be told, props to her for improving so much. I would have placed her the same way, substantially higher than previous weeks. So this just goes to show how hard she's working, and we all love to see improvement. That's exciting. She was given assigned a quickstep, but was given jive music. So why they didn't have her dance a jive, I have no idea. I felt sorry for her pro having to pull that choreography out when it is not appropriate for the music. That was hard to choreograph, so kudos to him. Okay, third place, Sochi. So she's strong as usual, and I was just happy to see that she recovered from her injury last week. I was a little concerned about that because these shows do push you very hard athletically, and I would hate to see a talented dancer get dropped or have to withdraw just because she hurt herself. So that was wonderful to see her fully back on track, armed and loaded and ready to fight. Fabulous. Great dancing. Okay, second place. Okay, I have to say I've changed my mind. My favorite to win in terms of the dancing by far, by a landslide, is Jason. He has brought it full on every week. And straight up, guys, I don't know this for a fact, but I kind of know this. I'm no dummy. I'm a professional ballroom dancer. This man is the best trained dancer there. They are promoting this pretend backstory that he has no dance experience. He never danced. Okay, I'm sorry, but I gotta call Bull Pookie to that. I know what I can see. He obviously is a very experienced dancer. He has incredible gross and fine motor control, flexibility, timing, balance, extension. So he is amazing. I wish he would compete in real ballroom dance comps. He would be fire on that floor. He's great. So, assuming the audience is judging based on his dancing and not just a popularity contest of who has the most followers on Instagram or whatever, he's going to take this Mirrorball home this season. Okay, and finally, first place, who has previously been my favorite couple, although that, as I have shared, has been more for personal reasons because I'm friends with this person, but Ariana and, of course, her partner, my friend, Pasha. But the dancing was still very strong. I definitely would have still had them in second place, just not first. So they were strong as always. She's a very talented girl. He's a great choreographer. So they did great last night. Okay, now I want to share the differences between the comp you saw last night on Dancing with the Stars and what you would see in real life. Okay, first of all, every number in the show had 2 to 4 backup dancers. Would never, ever, 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 ever happen in real life. You are judged based on you and your partner solely. Okay, number 2, they had several jazz numbers. Would never, ever, ever happen in real life. Jazz is not a ballroom dance. It's a solo dance. So it's very disappointing for me as a huge fan of ballroom dancing to have a show with the label of ballroom dancing, promoting itself as ballroom dancing and showing something that will give viewers an unrealistic expectation of what they would be doing if they took a ballroom dance class. And in my opinion, ballroom is much more exciting, challenging, beautiful than jazz dance. Not throwing shade to you if you're a jazz dancer, but I am a ballroom dancer and that's my jam. And I'd love to see that on this show. This is not jazz Dancing with the Stars. Okay, number 3. You hardly see any real ballroom dance figures in this show. I'm shocked that they assigned someone a salsa and then I can see not one single real salsa figure in their number. It makes it very difficult to judge and evaluate empirically. Okay, and then finally, actually 2 things. Number 1, a pro did have to sit out for several practices this week because they injured themselves last week preparing for their contemporary number. So this relates to the jazz thing. Contemporary is not a ballroom dance. It's not even a partner dance. And of course they hurt themselves. And I feel terrible for these pros having to put their bodies through that. Okay, and then finally, they had what's called a team match last night, where each couple had the potential to more than double the score that the judges gave them. Now, this in itself is a super interesting story, and this is parts of it were real, parts of it were not real. I want to share real life team match, not only a review of last night's team match, but how this happens in real life and my own experiences with the team match in Blackpool, which they do in the Open Pro in Blackpool. So I will see you tomorrow with a review of last night's team match, as well as sharing some real life experiences of what team matches look like. So thanks for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, guys.